find terrorists, we don't care how. And you make lots of mistakes when you do things, and I may have made a lot of mistakes. One of the best decisions I ever made was reflecting upon Hegel. We can have a dialectic. We're going to find terrorists and protect data protection. And why is that important? And by the way, we hadn't even bothered selling our product to Europe, which is, you may not know it, but almost every European country in some form or another uses our CT product, counterterrorism product. And why do they use it? Because if you just find the terrorists and you abandon civil liberties, you lose half the society. In my view, correctly. Do you want everyone knowing what you do in your personal life? I don't. And I think it's our God-given right to have parts of our personal lives that are protected. You can't, but if you don't find the terrorists, and this is where I disagree with a lot of my academic friends, you're going to have goose-stepping in the streets. And I got yelled at all over the world for saying our product, Palantir, has played an enormous role in Europe in stopping the far right. There's all these conspiracy theories, not because we're in any way involved in targeting the far right, but because if you protect data and stop terrorism, you get mainstream parties. If you don't protect the terrorism, you get far right people. So you have to do both. Now, getting to the ethics, and what we found, by the way, is in doing both, you end up with something better because, in fact, you only need access to the data that you have access to, and you can do an incredible amount on that data.
Okay, guys, so here we just watched the Palantir CEO Alex Karp talk about its product, and you can see that the Palantir CEO publicly say that most of the European countries has directly or indirectly using Palantir product. So it is a very important message, because if you watch my video before, you know that I always say that European countries, they have to use Palantir product to counter-attack the terrorism. It is important. It is important for a government to identify the terrorists, find them, arrest them, and protect the citizen. So you can see that for all governments, it is their major goal. And now the Palantir CEO already said that yes, now the European countries, most of them, directly, indirectly, is using its products. Imagine if a country use Palantir product and find it useful. It is useful for them to identify the terrorists, and then they have to keep using it. They cannot stop using it later, because imagine if you stop using Palantir service, and then 1 or 2 years later, there is a terrorist attack, a bomb attack, a lot of citizens die, and then the media find that, oh, it is because you no longer use the Palantir service. Then the president, then the president of the European country, they will get kicked off. It is a political disaster. So no politicians, they will want to save a couple of bucks in order, and they do not want to save some money and take the risk of losing their job. So people, that's why I say that more and more government will rely on Palantir product and service the country, and then once they use it, they cannot leave it, and it will generate very stable long-term cash flow to a Palantir company. So people, if you find my video helpful, please consider to subscribe my channel. I will read and reply all your comments, and let's make our channel as a support group so that Palantir can support and help each other. Thank you.